horror.
One of the commercial and critical darling genres of video games, am I right? With titles such as these. Those looking for a scare couldn't go wrong, am I wrong? Well, what if I told you the horror in these games wasn't in clever enemy placement, perfectly timed musical cues, or even the story? The horror in these games is the games themselves, with warped camera controls, less than ideal combat mechanics, and one even going as far as telling you the game itself is what's terrible. Venture forth with me, won't you? I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you if you finish this video. Kicking off this horror fest, we have Yako Yusho Dangi, or Misfortune, a story of suspicious friendships. Yay! For the glorious PS1. Look at that. Well, I guess we need to read the manual to fully enjoy this one. And when this Kasuge itself being fully translated by a very special someone, stick to the end to find out on that, I'm sure the manual is too. Oh, look at that! Aside from this actual meaningful message about conservation, we are told this. Well, if it's to enjoy the game, right? Wow, this is exciting. Next game? Nah, I'm just kidding. For convenience sake, I'm going to refer to this game as Misfortune, which is the story about 5 longtime friends, which we have Kana, Kyoko, Hideaki, Yuichi, and Still, who meet up at their old abandoned elementary school to fulfill a promise they've made with each other, which I'm sure nothing bad could happen doing that. Probably. I'm pretty sure I chose not to look back, yet I turned around as if I was already looking back. Like, what the fuck, game? Anyways, with our friends being reunited, Yuichi takes it upon himself to find the time capsule as an apology for being late, which prompts Still-kun, I kinda like that name, and I think I'm going to steal it. It prompts Still-kun to check his watch, which is a batshit crazy design, and I want one. Oh, look at that!
It's Guru o'clock. Still.
This also grants Still some alone time with Kana, the girl he's had a crush on since elementary. We then decide to tell her to seek therapy. And I'm led to believe what happens here was caused by me telling Kana to seek therapy. Honestly, it's never really revealed who hit Still, and I'm pretty sure as hell it couldn't be this guy. He's a literal barber. Like, look at him. He even cuts Still's beard. Which he didn't have. I guess good job. Anyways, proceeding down some hallways made longer by these absolutely gorgeous walk scenes. We arrive at the time capsule seemingly too late. And if that wasn't scary enough, Still looks behind him to see wow. These devs have a very different view on what's scary. Because this guy's fine to follow around, and then you're gonna make fun of his interior decor. This doll leads you to rotten skin of fresh fucking meat strewed across the floor in a room where Dr. fucking Yoichi has your friend's corpses tied up to a wall, but you're scared of conservation. Well, at least he was right about Yoichi being a bad doctor. Maybe. Then, Yoichi starts laying down some ground rules on getting our friends back. With one of the rules being to not hit him, and instead hitting the like and subscribe. I don't know, man. I don't make the fucking rules, he does. And as he was doing such, I decided now would be a good time to try the zap function. Aw, shit. I thought it changed characters, not start a transition. Either or, this is Illbleed. And Lord help me, I tried with this one. I really did. And, as of writing this part of my script now, I'm taking it upon myself to try yet again. And here's how that went. And here's how I got into that situation. Eriko here's family ran what's called a horror caravan. Her father was obsessed with inventing new ways to scare people.
Guess we tried them out on. Yep, me.
No!
I guess it toughened me up a little.
You'd figure with that kind of childhood trauma, she'd be a little hard-pressed about going to a haunted house, right? Ha! Wrong!
Take a look at this.
Those are guest invitations to Illbleed. How'd you get them?
From a Pepco promotion.
Kill! Look, we can win $100 million there.
Yo, is that Kuwabara?
Make sure my wake is as good as his.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
The whole park, that is.
No sweat. I'm game if you are.
Sure thing. I'm with ya. Whoa, whoa.
What about you, Eriko?
I think I'll pass. It sounds too good to be true.
Why? You just said in your speech to conquer your fear and surpass the odds. Come on, we can test your theory.
Sounds like we're trying to be superheroes or something.
No biggie. It's just a house of horrors. Probably full of cheesy props and gags.
which proves what's so weird about this. How can a funky place like that afford $100 million reward?
Who knows? Maybe they'll make it take so long to get through it, everyone will give up, go home, and the horror honchos will end up with a lot of free publicity.
Or else the whole thing is a hoax, and they don't have the money at all.
I agree with him.
I'm down with that.
I'm not voting or going.
For real?
Are you positive?
You sure?
Yep, you heard me.
Okay, Your Highness. Then we three humble slaves shall bring back the $100 million, and you'll be sorry.
I can't wait to commune with the undead.
I'd use the money for a chainsaw and hack my way into fame and fear. Ha ha!
Oh, brother. Okay, then. We'll catch you later, Erico.
Let's go!
Alright, I'm gonna be a little agitated with this one throughout, and you'll see why immediately. Because this guy tells us to go to the ER, which is not where you need to go. You need to go to the cinema to start the actual game, which, when you load into the cinema, you think you need to go up these stairs because that seems to be the obvious route. Fucking wrong again! The first level is off to the left, hidden from the player's view by this god-awful camera. Finally, getting to start this game, you're greeted with a bit of backstory to the level.
Orange father, Yall Bandball, a Minnesota Indian. He set up a secret baseball practice arena in the basement.
Requirements for level completion, and extra required items for level completion, which when you pick them up, they don't give any indication on being a key item. And then you're off. Now, pay attention here. How I'm giving no instructions on what to do or where to go. I'm fucking scared here. I'm trapped there. I'm dying everywhere. Now this would be when you look to the manual for help, which, yes, it does say you need to mark these traps with your horror monitor to avoid damage and regain adrenaline to continue to use said horror monitor. You know what it doesn't tell you? That you need to find the fucking horror monitor somewhere in the level. Oh yeah, and guess what? It's hidden. So make sure you're looking in the right spot. Oh, and then when you do get it, again, nowhere does this game tell you that just opening the horror monitor uses goddamn adrenaline, which if you run out of, good luck. Because the only way you're getting adrenaline back is either getting lucky in finding these ampules, or getting really fucking lucky and killing an enemy in a fight, which Erico here can only slap shit. Luckily enough, she can increase her damage input by finding this.
Jimmy, it's time for practice. Get out to the training field now. Hey, you're not Jimmy.
Feeling a mixture of confidence and unease from finding that godforsaken bat, I was hoping to meet that meat man yet again, but oh no, you get this crazy fucking acrobatic Simon Hill looking mannequin, which I feel is personally making fun of Erico for being that rare horror pro tag that can jump. I mean, not even Leon can do that. Like, look.
You can't jump that, Leon.
But at least Leon can take care of these two motherfuckers now, couldn't he? And that's where I kinda drew the line between the unforgiving nature of the horror monitor and the strange mixture of set and randomized trap and item locations, I gave up. Until I found out what happens when you let all of Eriko's friends die. Did I mention that? Yeah, that plays a factor in what ending you get. And like I said, let them all die and she ends up half naked, caked in mud, Predator style. Which gets the narrator flustered enough to confront her in the game.
Oh, yeah, baby. Now that's what I call a body. Whoa. Come a little closer. I mean, you're going to need someone, something to warm you up, hon. I'll get you a blanket.
By the way, that's her dad.
Dad!
Eriko?
Which I hope he's as surprised as he sounds.
Ooh, I was waiting for you, Eriko.
Oh god, no he's not, man. F this game. Oh hey, this is kinda cool. It's just like a little secret game in the menu. You just have to avoid getting screwed. Like Kevin did, somehow. I thought he was fucking dead.
The new president of the Horror Research Club will now be me, Kevin Kurtzman, due to the fact that our old president Eriko is just not the same anymore. Poor Eriko. Once fearless and strong, she turned into a vulnerable little girl who needs a fearless knight in shining armor to protect her, like me. Yeah. And the sad part is, I can't go to the horror house with her anymore.
Jesus Christ, I need a Hassie after this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a Hassie, that's a blue stinger.
A woman?
What's happening on the island?
She's my kind of girl.
Blue motherfucking stink. Now, this one's a bit special, not because it's like an amazing game or anything, but because I'm currently still playing through it, and planning on doing a full review once I'm done. I just couldn't pass the chance to bring up this weird fact about Hassie, like it's not even a real soda. And so for this final entry in our terribly terrific trio of horror games, we'll get a little into its story, gameplay, and what I think the true horror aspect of Blue Stinger just might be, as well as some rather interesting facts about some of the cast in the game. But I do get ahead of myself. Anyways, the game opens up to these two dudes. One of them is building some kind of anime girl figure in a bottle. And then shit hits the fan.
What's going on?
Leaving this poor guy frozen, and Elliot here stuck with the bottle model that's been given life. Say that 3 times fast. Bottle model, bottle model, bottle model. Anyways, baby spoiler, not sure why they deemed her safe when she gives them some insane telepathic imagery of the world seemingly ending. Afterwards, we're introduced to both the horrors of controlling the camera, as well as our other protagonist, dogs. Jesus, you'd think he was an antagonist with the way he just stared down at Elliot. Maybe he scares with such animosity because the voice actors for Dogs and Elliot are Deems Bristow and Ryan Drummond respectively, with Deems voicing Dr. Robotnik and Ryan voicing Sonic in, as you could guess, Sonic games. It kind of makes sense why Dogs is a bit of an ass towards Elliot now, huh? 2 characters that are usually against each other now working together in a game whose voice director is Lottie Manella, the voice of Rouge the Bat, who's known for fucking over both Sonic and Robotnik. I love that fact. You know, maybe I'm just looking too deep into it and Dogs is just pissed at Elliot for littering fucking Hassie everywhere. Oh my god, never mind, he does it too! Another thing I love is how incredibly bombastic this music is. Seriously. Listen to how over the top this orchestral piece is from walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
That paired with both Elliot and dogs being able to fight with, or without weapons, and the easily obtainable ammo and health, leaves the horror in this survival horror a bit questionable. And if you, the viewer, are still questioning if this could still be a horror game, let this be the answer. That thing exploding and sounding like sonic rings should be a resounding no. But in a does this make it a horror game aspect? No. Its horror isn't from intuitively placed corpse models to startle the player. Running from hordes of what have you, hoping to God there will be some health in a restroom stall, or the fact that I'll never not be able to reference Metal Gear Solid in any of my videos. And if you don't believe me, well, guess what? The horror of this game
Blackout!
as well as dogs maybe being a little objective.
A woman?
And Lord help you, if you're in a smaller area, that camera's gonna get stuck a lot on the level geometry. And also, maybe it's just like an emulator thing, but I found it's kind of easier to get around using the D-pad instead of the analog stick. I'm not really sure how to explain it. It's just like whatever character I'm controlling jitters back and forth slightly when I'm using the analog stick, which led me to getting stuck on things more than usual. So D-pad it is, unless that issue's a me thing. And if all of this isn't something that you find to be scary, maybe getting lost in a consumerist hellscape with this, playing non-stop over fighting monsters in a mall-like maze trying to find stamps to be able to gain access to level 2 of this capitalistic nightmare might be something that fits your criteria. Which I didn't necessarily find all of this to be scary, but hey, chalk it up to the music, getting lost way too many times, or realizing I'm in this crazy Christmas Buy Fast Now complex in the middle of the ocean. It got me to splurge. I was on my way to go get this guy some medicine. I'll talk about that in my full review. But on my way to get him medicine, I stumbled across this room. And I said, hey, I definitely have more than $3 grand. Let me in. And it did. And I bought a railgun for almost all my money. Only realizing, after checking which character that railgun was for, that guy needed meds. I swear to you, I'm not making this up. I was prepared to try and grind money from some monsters here and there with my leftover time to hopefully get enough for these meds, right? Well, I stopped to check how much it was, and I legitimately, barely, had enough. That's what I get for letting this place get the better of me. And you know what? All of that stress was for pretty much nothing, because getting this guy his meds or not doesn't really prevent you from progressing the game. This guy gives you a key to the safe that's next to the guy that wants his meds, which holds the key to two things. The freezer, which, yet again, full review coming soon, and the end of this video. Which, if you've made it this far, I can't express how incredibly thankful I am you've taken the time to watch me babble on about some old forgotten video games I'm pretty sure not too many people give a shit about. It really does mean the world. Knowing that, maybe you, yes you, right there, the viewer, here with me at the end of the video, should hit that like and subscribe for future content like this, as well as my full review on Hass's Soda. I mean Blue Stinger. Yeah, Blue Stinger. Shoutouts to Chapu for the misfortune translation. I'm grateful you went through the trouble to do that, but you might want to let Waka know you're still breathing, man.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him.
Also, as well, shoutouts to Super Great Friend for his extensive Illbleed walkthrough that proves he is the ultimate Illbleed specialist, and I'm just a Hassy enjoyer.
Also, shout out to my dude Pep something. For being the only other person I have found online to recognize that Leon Hot fucking junk.
Let me know in the comments below any memories you may have of any of these games, your favorite part of the video, or hell, maybe even recommendations on some weird games you think I should cover. I'll heart it for eternity as a reminder that you, yes you, the viewer right there with me at the end right here, are still the best. Thank you so much again, and I will catch y'all next time.